Right. We're gonna look into Unit 4 of liquidation. What is liquidation? This is a process of whereby the business converts its assets to cash or other assets in order to settle its debts. So the business will not continue as a going concern. So if they say the company is liquidated, it means that the company will convert its assets into cash in order to settle debt, and it won't be able to continue. All right, so in the process of doing a liquidation, there might be a profit or loss. All right, so in today's lesson, we're gonna look at how do we work out the profit and loss for liquidation. All right, on your right screen, you have asset disposal. So if you remember in FAC1601, FAC1602, when we're doing asset disposal, the very same procedure that you applied, it's the very same procedure you apply when doing the liquidation. It's just that there will be additions with liquidation. So look at your right screen. You have an asset disposal account. On your right, you have accumulated depreciation. That's what we used to do when doing asset disposal. We would transfer the cost price on the debit side, the cost price of your non-current assets, your vehicles, your machinery, equipment, etc. And then you transfer the accumulated depreciation on the credit side together with the selling price. Okay, and then if it's a profit, an entry will be made on the debit side as the profit on sale of an asset. If it's a loss, an entry will be made on the credit side as loss on sale of an asset. Now, when does the business make profit from selling its non-current assets? If the carrying price, if the carrying value, if the selling price is greater than the carrying value. If the price that you are offering your buyer is more than the value of what you are selling to your buyer. For example, if your car is worth 50,000 and you decide to sell it for 70,000, you would make a profit of 20,000. When does the business suffer a loss? If the carrying value, if the value of your car is greater than selling price. Your car is worth 50,000, you decide to sell it for 30,000. You have suffered a loss. Okay. So now let's look at the examples of liquidation from past papers and examination and assignment. Okay. So this is a structure. This is a format of liquidation. We have the cost price of non-current assets. You have the selling price. You have the accumulated depreciation. You have the payments made to creditors. It's either the trade payables or the loan. And then you have the original amount owed to the creditors. You have the liquidation cost on the debit side. You have amount owed by who? By debtors, the trade receivables. And then you have the amount paid by debtors. You have the drawings price paid by the owner. And then you have any other assets liquidated. So it's a profit if this side is greater than this side. It's a profit. But if this side, if the total of the entries in the debit side is greater than the total of the entries in the credit side, then it's a loss. But you would understand that better when we do some activities. Okay. So this is example 1, Antoinette and Belinda and Cynthia. Okay. Now, solution number 1, solution number 1. What do we have? Okay, this is the only information we have. Guys, I think as for today's lesson, maybe I should ask any student to read for us. Can anyone read the information? Please.
I'll read, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, Antoinette, Belinda, and Cynthia were in a partnership which traded as beta traders, and they shared in profits and losses of the partnership in the ratio of 5:3:2, respectively. They decided to liquidate the partnership on the 5th of May 2019 by means of a simultaneous liquidation.
Thank you very much. And then this information where it says on 1st May, please read for us.
On 1 May 2019, the following liquidation transaction took place. Land and buildings were sold for cash of the amount of 755,000 rands. Equipment with a carrying amount of 50,000 was taken over, but not paid for immediately by Belinda at an agreed amount of 58,000. The remaining equipment was sold for 265,000 in cash. 51,040 rand was paid to the creditors in full settlement of their accounts. The long-term loan was settled at 5% discount.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, guys, if you come across this question in an assignment, always use this structure. Please take a picture of this structure so that you will remember what are these entries for. Okay. Please, everyone, take a picture. Okay. Okay, I think everyone took a pic. Okay. Now, if you have your non-current asset that was sold, the first entry that will be made on the debit side will be the cost price. Let's look at the structure. The structure says that the cost price. And then on this side, it will be a selling price. So now, the reason why there's land and buildings on the debit side is because we're going to transfer the cost price. On the credit side, we're going to transfer the selling price. So let me just write here. Selling price. And then here, cost price. So the cost price, different color. Selling price, different color. Okay. What is the cost price of land and buildings? You should look on the table. What is the cost price of land and building? 850,000. This amount is always given on the table. How much will the land and buildings be sold for? 755,000 on the information. Yes, thank you very much. Okay. So the 755,000 will be transferred on the credit side. Okay, 755,000. Again, the equipment will also be sold. Okay. Now, what is the cost price of the equipment? It's 300,000. Okay. And then what will be the selling price? It says here, equipment with a carrying amount of 50,000 was taken over. Oh, okay. So this is not the equipment that will be sold. With a carrying amount of was taken over by okay. So this is not the 300,000. It's the 50,000. And then the partner will pay 58,000. All right, so it says equipment with the carrying amount of 50,000 was taken over but not paid for immediately. Okay. Oh, okay. It says here, the remaining equipment was sold for, okay, in cash. All right. So it means it's this 300,000 equipment. And then the selling price is 265. Sorry about that. 265. And then there's another equipment that was taken by the owner, Belinda. And Belinda agreed to pay 58,000. So that goes under the drawings. Anything taken by the owner is classified as drawings. Okay, let's do this one more time. There's equipment with a carrying amount of 50,000 was taken over but not paid for immediately. By who? By Belinda at an agreed amount of 58,000. Now, with this information, we do not know the cost price. Hence why we will only focus on the amount that will be paid by the partner, Belinda. As you can see on the debit side, there is no cost price of this equipment because it was not provided on the information. So we will take what the partner agreed to pay and record it as what? As drawings. 58,000 drawings. Okay. Information continues to say that the remaining equipment was sold for 265 in cash. Now we know that the remaining equipment, they are referring to this amount of 300,000. So the total cost is 300,000, and then it will be sold for 265,000. Okay. Am I making any sense to you guys? Are you lost? Or are you still fine?
Still fine.
Yes, I'm lost on my side because if I were to look at it and look at the second sentence and say the equipment with the carrying amount of 50,000 was taken over by but not
Belinda.
paid for by Belinda. And
Yes.
then if I would read it to say now the remaining balance. So I would have thought that maybe the remaining balance is the 250. So I think that's where I would have got, yes, because I would have minus the 50 from there.
Okay.
Then I would have got it wrong then.
Okay, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. But you know what is tricky here? Is that in the trial balance, we cannot record the carrying amount. We record the cost price. So the information does not tell us what was the cost price of this equipment. We do not know the cost price of it. Only tells us the carrying amount. So now, because the information tells us about the carrying amount, we do not know the cost price. So an assumption will be made that, okay, this other equipment was taken over by the owner and he decides to pay 58,000. Okay, that's fine. Let's record the 58,000 on the credit side. But what about the old equipment? With the old equipment, it says the remaining equipment. So we cannot say it's 250,000 rands, where else it will be sold for 265. Yes, it's possible, but now why are we minusing 50,000? Because 50,000, it's the carrying amount, it's not the cost price of the equipment. Okay, so in conclusion,
Makes sense. Thank you.
if you come across this information, you look at what will be paid by the partner and record as drawings. Then you go back to the total amount of your non-current asset. You record on the debit side. And then the selling price of the remainder, it should be recorded on the credit side. Had the information said that 50,000 was the cost price, then we would have said that equipment is 250. But because the information says the carrying amount, hence why we prefer to record the full amount of the equipment. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And then it says here 51,040 and was paid to creditors in full settlement of their accounts. Now, when you check on your format, it says here payments made to creditors, whether it's trade payable or it's loan, it should be recorded here. So the business will pay 51,040. 51,040. And then here we record the original amount of the creditors control or trade payables, say 57,300. What will be paid and what is owed? Okay, so let me say paid, and then here it's owed. So that students will understand why are we having two amounts of creditors control. Owed. I think it should be yellow. No, yellow is not clear enough. Again, with the loan, how much will be paid? It says here the long-term loan was settled at 5% discount. So the original amount of the loan is 90,000, but 5% discount. So we will minus 5%, and then here we will record the original amount of the loan. How much is 90,000 to minus 5%? First, what is 5% of 90,000? I get 4,500. I get 85,500. Thank you very much, Rendan. And then we have the accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation for equipment, it's 1,800. What else? Okay, because the credit side is greater than the debit side, then the total of credit side minus the total of the debit side goes to profit. Let's calculate the credit side. 755 plus 265 plus 5,700 plus 90 plus 108 plus 58,000. How much do you get? Let me see here. Okay, credit side, they're saying it's 1, 2, 3, 300. And then 1,333,300 minus 1,286,540. 46,716, 46,000 is profit. Yes, 46,000. Oh, 46,716. Any question?
Nothing from my side.
Okay.
Still fine.
Okay, let's test your understanding on example number 2. Example number 2, example number 2. Okay, I've already labeled this one. Okay, group discussion. Yeah, you tell me what to do now. Read the information and tell me what to do. Or maybe we should do that on example number 3. Let me check. Okay, let's do this one together, guys. I know that we are not all fast learners. Okay, so example number 2, Spengas normally Seni and Zelentle are in a partnership trading as Bono Palace. The following information is extracted from the country records. Partnership 28 February. Okay. The partners decided to liquidate the partnership on the 1st of March by means of simultaneous. Okay, I'm sure that students are asking, guys, say what is simultaneous? What is there's piecemeal liquidation? Okay, just avoid those terms. Focus on how do we record, how do we make our profit and loss on liquidation. Okay. The vehicles were sold for 122 and the furniture were and equipment for 118. The vehicles were sold for how much? 122. The selling price. Remember, on the credit side, you record the selling price. On the debit side, you record the amount that is given on the table as the cost price. Vehicles at cost are given as 172,000. Okay, let me pause. I think I'm moving very fast. If you're lost, just tell me. Okay, we have fast learners here. Okay, furniture, we're gonna record the cost price on the debit side. What is furniture and equipment cost? It says 274,000. What is the selling price of furniture and equipment? It says here, and the furniture and equipment for 118. 118. So you see, guys, on your left, it's the cost price of what is being sold. On the right is the amount exchanged for. Okay, for trade payables, how much did the business pay its creditors? Okay, let's search the information. It says here, number 3, the loan and payables were settled at 7% discount. So we're going to take the amount of the payables and the loan from the table and minus 7%. For trade payables, I see 28,000, I'll say minus 7%. So when the business pays, they will be given 7%. Even the loan, they will be given 7%. Long-term loan, it's given as 142,000, and then you minus the 7%. The original amount. What is the original? 28,000. What is the original? 142,000. How much do you get when you say 28,000 minus 7%? Minus 7 shift. And you will get a correct answer if you say minus 7%. So we need to work out the how much is 7% of 28,000. Guys, I got 26,040.
Yes.
Okay. And then 142,000 times 7 divide 100, it's 9940 minus 142,000 is equals to, I get 132,060. Is that correct? Guys, that's why I was lazy to buy a calculator, because I know that you won't assist with calculations. You will
Yes.
relax. Okay. And then we transfer the liquidation costs. Information says liquidation costs of 4,000. So 4, 3, and then information also says that trade receivables owed by debtors, and this amount is given is trade receivables here, 80,000. Now let's look at how much will the debtors pay. What is a liquidation cost? It's a cost of liquidating. So if you are transferring your assets into cash, all those costs involved, they're called liquidation costs, the cost of transferring your assets into cash. That's liquidation. I don't know who is it paid to. Maybe to the underwriter. Yes, maybe to the underwriter. It's more like you are paying your agent. Say, for example, you want to sell your car, and then now you go to the market. And then in the market, you need to meet the buyer. So the middleman will obviously be given a certain commission for helping you meet your buyers. So I think it's something like that with the liquidation cost. You want to liquidate your house, and then you get yourself an agent. So you need to pay that agent because they will be the one helping you getting a buyer. Okay. So we have liquidation cost of 20,000, and then accumulated depreciation. We have 61,000 plus 27,000. How much is 61,000 plus 27,000? 61 plus 27. I think it's 88. 88.
Yes, 88.
88,000. Thank you. Okay. How much will be paid by debtors? 70% of debtors settle their accounts at 8% discount, while the remainder settle the accounts without qualifying. Okay, we need to do serious calculations. It says here, from this 30,000, there will be 70% that will qualify for a discount. How much is 70,000 of 30,000? How much is 70% of 30,000?
21.
21,000.
Yeah.
So we need to say 21,000 multiply, yes,
8%.
8% is equals to
1680. 1608.
Yes, then we minus 21,000 because they won't pay the full amount. They will be given a percent discount, 8% discount. How much is 21,000 minus 1680?
19320.
19320. So guys, the business is owed 30,000. And the argument is that from the 30,000 that we are owed, there will be 70% of debtors who will qualify for 8% discount. What is 70% of 30,000? It's 21,000. So we are owed 21,000 and we're not expecting the full 21,000 because we promised to give our debtors an 8% discount. What is 8% discount? 1,680. Discount, it means you won't count it, you're not expecting it, it's a loss. Now, 21,000 minus 1,680 is 19,220. The business expects 19,220 from 21,000. Okay. Now, we need to know what is the other portion from 30,000 multiply 30%. Because these ones, they don't qualify for discount. So we are expecting the exact amount. How much is 30% of 30,000? I think it's 9,000.
9,000.
9,000. I think some of the students are sleeping. Let me check. They are all sleeping, you can see. Right, but it's fine. And then the total amount expected will be 19,320 plus 9,000. How much is 19,320 plus 9,000? Okay. 2,820, 2,820, 2,820. All right, now, which side is bigger and by how much? First, calculate the total on the debit and the total on the credit, then do a comparison.
We can't see the screen now.
Oh, sorry, what happened? What did I do, man? Let me share the screen again. Share the screen. Sorry about that.
The debit is 638,100. Okay.
It's how much?
638,100.
Why Rendan is, oh, is it, oh, it's the same as
Yes,
the amount by Rendani.
yes.
Oh, so it means the debit side it's bigger. 638, 100. And then you also take the bigger amount on this side. What is the difference? Loss on liquidation.
Oh, what did I do?
638.1 minus 526.20. The difference is 1. Hey, do we have 1178 on the options? Yes, we do.
Number 4.
Yes. 111782. Guys, I need you to do the third example.
On the credit side, I think there's a 0 missing on line 2.
Which line to? Oh, here. Thank you very much. Guys, please do example 3. Then you will email your solutions at info@teachingmachine.co.za. Thank you very much. See you next week, or see you weekend, because we have a very, very serious job to do on the 18th. Yes, Saturday. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, bye.
Bye.